Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that rule well. And blessings to the hopeful elect out there listening and learning and teaching this word in sincerity and truth in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahushai, especially in these last days. And, hey man, the scripture says, in Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability at thy times and strength and salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Wisdom and knowledge keeping us stable, man. Look what's going on in the world. Okay? Look what's going on with the least of the flock, which is them small hats. The big noses with the small hats. If you know what we're talking about, like Elder Manatazak said, the big noses with the small hats. If you know what we're talking about, the least of the flock, it's definitely them. The small hats. Over there causing a ruckus over there, right, in the so-called Middle East with Iran. You know what I'm saying? Now, hey, they're backed by America. Now America's going to have to get involved in that and whatever, right? Which Trump has come out and said, look now, he's going, look, we can't have Iran having nuclear weapons. Basically what that means is, indirectly, is they want to take out Iran, okay? Because Iran is a threat to them. But guess what? Who is Iran backed by? Iran is backed by Russia. What should come to mind? Ezekiel 38. Gog, Magog, right? The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. That's talking about Russia, right? Russia going back to the Hebrew, Ra'ash, meaning chief, and Shah, meaning prince. The chief prince. They're going to be a guard unto the weaker ones. And Persia is mentioned first. The modern day Persians, right, are the Iranians. You can Google that. So we're in that time, okay? We're in that time now where the stage of war has been set, right? And things are happening, man, all right? That's why we got to stay circumspect, like the scripture says, see that you walk circumspectly as wise and not as fools, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And you might be thinking, yeah, but that's just over there in the so-called Middle East and that. But guess what? When war happens over there in that region, things are going to be affected. Rippling effects happen, man. What do you think is going to be happening to them oil prices, right? What about the Straits of Hormuz and that, which is responsible for about, what is it, like 25% of the global oil reserves in the world? So that's going to be affecting oil prices. It's going to skyrocket, crude oil and that and whatever. That goes through the Straits of Hormuz, man. Okay? We've been seeing the genocide over there that's happening over there, right? In the so-called Middle East. We've been seeing what's been going on. Right? We're going to see more uproars of the people. People are going to be feeling it more. But uproars of the people, that's biblical prophecy. What does the scripture say in 2 Ezra 9:1? He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently, right? In itself. And when I shall see his part of the signs past, which I have showed thee before, then shall I understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So we're seeing uproars of the people in the world. Look at LA. Right? Look at over here in Ireland, right? Over in this region, in Ireland there's riots. Over there in LA there's riots, right? Oh, New York, all kinds of riots happening, man. Global riots, uproars of the people, sedition among men, right? One people standing up to fight against another and swords in their hands. We are at the end. We've been telling you that these things are coming and they don't seem to be simmering the fuck down. Fool, you keep calm and carry on as, everything's gonna, don't worry about it, right? Blissfully ignorant, walking around, distracted, you're distracted by these riots and what's really going on. Because what's really going on is the global economic collapse, World War III is brewing, all these things that are really popping off. Biblical heavyweight prophecies are popping off in these last days. And if you can't see that, right, that's why you gotta be watchmen. And if you ain't been given up spiritual eyes to see, to discern the times, then you can't watch accurately, man. You got these guys, even these guys that be reporting what's going on, right, with the war and that and whatever, with tensions with Iran, with America and Israel, and you know what I'm saying? What's your answer, man? We got an answer. We got biblical prophecy on our side. Yahushua returning to establish his kingdom on the earth. That's what we got on our side. We have a more sure word of prophecy on our side. Right? We know what's going on, man. Right? We know that there's going to come a time where there's going to be no more war on the earth. But that time is not yet. We're not in the time of peace. We are in the time of war. To everything there is a season. right? There is a time and a season under the whole heaven. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, goes into that. It's a time of love and a time of hate, a time of war and a time of peace. We are not in a time of peace. What did the Apostle Paul say? For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. People ain't gonna be escaping what's coming, man. You know? People ain't gonna be escaping what's coming. That's why, what does the scripture say? I've set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent till he establish and make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. It speaks about day nor night. No matter what time you wake up, what time, you know, what time you're up in the night or whatever, in the early morning, you know, 24/7 you can watch videos of the watchmen decoding what's happening. And that's the watchmen of the prophets, man. Right, that have been revealed the mysteries to be able to decode what's going on out here in these last days. How can we prove that? Amos 3:7. Surely the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. The prophet's job is to say before, declare what's going to happen before it actually happens, man. And guess who rose up the prophets? The Most High, right? What's that? Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. So this kingdom is that kingdom of war, evil, and pestilence. You got pestilences happening out here, right? Now they're talking about this miracle vaccine, right, where you can cure cancer and that. And come on, man. But you got these pestilences, you got these, you know, mutations, all these different types of viruses popping out of nowhere. We're in that time. Pestilences, earthquakes, wars, rumors of wars, the Egyptian against the Egyptian. The modern day Egyptians are the Edomites. Okay, the modern day Pharaoh is Esau, starting with their elites, man. That's who the modern day Pharaoh is, right? Remember the scripture likens America unto what? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. In Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Why does it say dead bodies? Israelites in a dead state of mind, man. Because if you're wandering out of the way of understanding, if you are in that peace and safety spirit, if you are in that blissful, ignorant spirit, then you are in a dead state of mind. You're not in the know. You're not going to have wisdom and knowledge to keep you stable in these last days. You're going to be out there wandering around dead from the neck up. Dead. The man, well, Proverbs 21:16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay? So you're dead. You ain't got no water, man. You're famished, right? You're parched, man. And this word is likened unto water. This word is what cleanses us. This word is what keeps us fresh, man. Right? So when you talk about brainwash, yeah, our brains have been washed by the water of the word. Right? What does the scripture say? That he might sanctify and cleanse it by the washing of water by the word. What is that? Ephesians, I want to say Ephesians 5 or Ephesians 4. Around about the 20th verses on down, you know? That he might sanctify and cleanse it. You know? Around about Ephesians, it might be Ephesians 5. And the 20th verses on down. Somewhere around there. But this word is likened unto water, man. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah 5:13, therefore my people have, gone into captivity, right? Because they have no knowledge. Their honorable men are famished and dried up with multitude, dried up with thirst. Loosely paraphrasing, the multitude are dried up with thirst, man. If you don't have this wisdom and knowledge, you are not going to be stable, man. You're going to be dehydrated. You're going to be wondering, oh shit, where's that water at? You ain't going to have it. The famine of the hearing of the word is upon us, man. They're about to shut down the internet. They're about to move with their draconian measures, right? They're moving with great wrath because they know that they have but a short time. So we ain't got time to be playing games with the likes of Vocab Malone. We ain't got time to be entertaining scoffers, man. Right? And furthermore, this ain't for scoffers. Right? All you scoffers got to know that every idle word that comes out of your mouth, you're going to have to give account thereof in the day of judgment. Other than that, this is for the elect. Right? The elect are going to get this truth, this understanding. The elect are going to be stable with this truth that's being given to them. Okay? Their thirst will be their thirst will be quenched, right, by the water that's being given to them. He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly, right, which the Greek word for belly is koilia, which is your thoughts, the seat of your thoughts it goes into, which is your mind. out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So this word is likened unto living water, man. And if you don't have it, you are going to be parched out here. Right? Like you know, you got someone walking in a desert with no water in sight. Like that scene in John Wick. Right? And Halle Berry, she done dropped him in the desert or something, and then he had to just walk. You know, he had to walk with just like a drop of water. You know? People are going to be parched. They're going to be looking for knowledge. They're going to be wondering, like Isaiah 24. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. They're going to be looking for answers, man. They're going to be looking for the knowledge. These people out here are going to be looking for the truth. Right? That's why the scripture says in Isaiah 55:6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Right? Right now, you can find the word. You can go on YouTube and you can press play. You can rewind, fast forward. You can, all of that, man. You can rewatch. You can take notes. You can get this knowledge. Get it while you can. Right? Because there's gonna come a time where you gonna need the answers. You go, why are things happening? And guess what? You were fucking bullshitting. You were piecing safety in. Right? You were in that spirit like the guy that wanted to build more for his barns. Right? The parable of the guy that wanted to build more. This is what I do with my goods. I will build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. Right? And then the Lord is going to say, what? Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be? You know? Come on, man. The scripture says, he that possess, be as though you possess not. Like, we got to keep, you know, our bodies are a living sacrifice out here in these last days, man. That's in Romans the 12th chapter. And I know I'm kind of flying off the top of the dome going through these scriptures, but hey, that's the spirit, man. You know? We're to present our bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Most High, which is what our reasonable service, man. Right? Doing our duty, doing that which is our duty to do. If you got this truth, man, the scripture says, woe be unto me if I preach not the gospel. Right? We gotta preach the gospel means good news. And what did the scripture say? The prophecy in Matthew 24:14, I believe. And the gospel shall be preached throughout all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. That's why you're seeing Esau moving with great wrath. Because he knows he has a short time. He sees the prophets out there pushing out the gospel, pushing out the truth. He sees the elect waking up. He sees the prophets, man. The scripture says, great fear fell upon them which saw them. Why? Because they're prophesying about the downfall of his kingdom. Right? The prophets are back in these last days prophesying the downfall of this wicked society. This man's wicked ass kingdom. That's what's going on. And he don't want us out there. That's why he's in terrible fear. What Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Okay? So this man's, his time is up, man. Right? His time is up. And you got all these demons out here. Right? And you demons, you're going to get fucking jacked up too, man. Right? You messing with brothers and stuff and whatever. Right? I saw Elder Apostle Ricard. He was talking about these 2 pit bulls kept fucking with him and that. You know what I mean? Coming to his door and that and whatever, fucking with him. And in the same week, I had a fucking demon, right? With some sort of pity looking, XL bully type looking, American staff looking fucking demon, right? Try and roll up on me, right? When I'm taking a walk with my dogs, right? And it comes up all in my dog's face, and I'm having to try and diffuse the situation. But his punk ass, or it always seems to happen like that. That's how you know it's demons. And these demonic dog walkers, they walk these fucking powerful breeds that they can't train, right? And they walk them off the lead, right? And then when they running around causing havoc, getting in everyone else's faces, chewing up, you know, clamping down on people's windpipes and that, shaking around, you know, dragging corpses all over the place. This is what these fucking demons are doing, man. But what did the scripture say? The dogs to tear, man. That's prophecy, man. The Lord said that, you know, the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy, right? The dogs to tear, right? All these things are biblical prophecy, man. But you demons, right? That you got these powerful breeds and you got them running off the lead, and you just like how they're just intimidating people and fucking causing havoc and that. You motherfuckers, man, right? You people, man, you are part of the problem. You shouldn't have that. You shouldn't have that powerful breed if you can't fucking control it, man. Like, there's even a law on that. If you got like an ox, right? If you got an ox or something that gores someone, you know what I'm saying, and it's been known, right? And if it does it the first time, right? Or if it's been known, if it has a history of running up on people and putting, you know, and goring people, and you don't keep it in straightly, your ass gotta be judged, man. And if it puts someone to death, hey, your ass has gotta be judged, right? I can't remember off the top of the head what the actual judgment was, right? But it's in the law, right? But if your ass get caused to judgment, if your dog or if your animal, if your ox is known, right? If your ox is known for running around like a fucking Mad Hatter, right? You know, Goldberg spearing people to the ground and that, taking people out, then your ass has got to get taken out, man. You know what I'm saying? You fucking demons, man. You demons that got these fucking, and you people love it, and that's how you know you got Satan on you, man. You people got Satan on you. Let me pull over and I'm gonna get this scripture, man, because I don't want to butcher the breakdown. That's the day, and we don't want to do that at all, right? Okay. Let me see if I can get this. Right? Exodus 21:18, right? If an ox gore a man or a woman that they die, then the ox shall surely be stoned, right? And his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner, right, of the ox shall be quit. But if if an ox gore a man or a woman that they die, that ox has got to get taken the fuck out. Right? And a lot of you people, you go, oh, don't put down my dog and this and that. But guess what? Hey, that dog just took someone out, man. It's got to get taken out. But if the ox will want to push with its horn in time past, meaning it was aggressive in times past, and it had been testified to its owner, yeah, listen, man, your ox is crazy, man. You better keep that ox in, right? And he have not kept him in, but he have killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner shall be put to death. That's why there's laws in the scriptures, man. But you see, we live in a lawless society. We live in a fucking lawless society, right? Where anything fucking goes. Why? Because you got this fucking mad demon ruling over the earth right now, right? The scripture says, what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Doesn't the scripture say that? So we gotta fucking get out of this place, man. Because we are like literally on every side there's war that we gotta fight. Whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, there's wars to be fought all the fucking time. We can't get a wink of rest in this kingdom, man. But guess what? The scripture says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So we know that this place is polluted. That's why we don't cling to the affairs of this life, man. That's why we ain't entangled with this fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to get the fuck out of here. Like Agent Smith said, I must get out. I must. Like, you know what I'm saying? We in that spirit, man. We got to get out of this place. You know? This place, and you know, what did he say? You know, he goes, billions of people just living out their lives. He goes, oblivious. That's what Agent Smith said. Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty? Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious. That's what he said, man. In the movie The Matrix, the first one, the movie The Matrix. In the first one, that's what he said. And you got billions of people just living out their lives, doing whatever they're doing. Do as thou wilt in, man. Fucking Bonnie Blues and Lily Phillips and that. Doing what the fuck they want to do. Right? Whores and sluts that are getting put on pedestals, man. Adultery is at an all-time high. Demonic activity on an all-time high. Demonic overdrive. Now you got AI, man. AI fucking models, AI robots, AI everything. Job losses. People gonna be fucking losing it soon. Fuel pipe prices are about to rise. People will lose it soon. They're losing it right now. The scripture says that because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. That's what the fuck time we're coming into, man. Okay? And you know, you people that come in the comment boards, oh, you shouldn't use profanity. Fuck you, man. All you guys that want to come in the comment boards and talk shit, and you don't want to build with us, right? Because you just want to scoff and scorn because you all up in your fucking feelings because of the way a man speaks. Fuck you, man. Pansy ass niggas. We don't give a fuck about your feelings, man. The scripture says, though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, motherfucker. How about that? Okay? So fuck you and take a flying fuck. look, man, and I ain't fucking sorry either, man. Because we're fucking pissed off and we're tired. We're sick and tired of listening to you emotional, bitch-made, niggas in a twist ass niggas. Right? Go take a cartwheel off a fucking high cliff, man. And may the Lord destroy you and your families. Because we're fucking pissed off with this place. Hey, the scripture says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. And we ain't fucking backing down, man. We ain't backing down. Hey, the elect, man. Hey, Lord willing, I'm of the elect. We are not fucking backing down from you demons, man. And we gonna stay putting curses on you. Anyway, man, with that, man, hey, fuck you, man. You fucking scoffers. And shalom to the elect.